Okay, an action hero or a noble warrior from fantasy stories. What does he look like? Well, was he tall, good looking, good physique, that kind of thing, commanding as well. So let's draw one of those characters and have him in action. I think his head kind of have it at a slight angle like this. We're going to have his body like angled as if he's turning around looking behind him, perhaps being pursued, right? Like that. His shoulders, then his neck would come in a bit there, and then his shoulders at an angle, keeping that kind of sloping look about it. His shoulders fairly broad, and then come in slightly to the waist, down to say there. Keep it fairly long and lean. I think that's what we're looking for in this one. The hip area, again quite slim, coming down like that. Okay. This leg, his right leg, probably forward. Accentuate the length, I think, the leanness down to the knee there, and then all the way down like that to his foot, which would be kind of coming forward like that. Okay, and his other one perhaps going back the way. Trying to create this kind of action pose where he's perhaps been rushing forward and is kind of hesitating, looking behind him, to see what's who or what is pursuing him. Like that, okay? And this arm here, perhaps down by his side, so you wouldn't see a lot of it. Just see that part there. The other part would come down behind there, down to his elbow, and then the forearm would come to about there, and possibly, he'd be gripping his sword, something like that. There's his fist there, the hilt of his sword there, and his sword going up. Something like that, that kind of thing there, right? His other arm perhaps slightly behind him, like that, down to the elbow, then down to the wrist, okay? Perhaps his fist maybe sort of clenched, something like that. Okay, if you were putting the guidelines in for the face, I think his nose guideline would be there and his eyes there, like that. Okay, so we're trying to create this determined character, fairly even featured, right? A youngest character. So you're looking behind him, will be pull the brows down like that, okay, and then quite large eyes, like that, as he looks behind him, okay, and straight nose, come down like that, I think. Something like that, okay. And his mouth, perhaps slightly open. Perhaps not, I think perhaps I'll keep it closed. And there's his top lip and the bottom lip there, okay. And the leanness of the face, you put the cheekbones in, coming down to a squarish chin. Come out like that, okay, and then his hair, I think, we have the kind of tousled look that these characters have, okay, windswept and interesting, right, like that, come down behind his head on that side, and then perhaps his flowing locks coming out, like that on this side here. Okay, as he turns around to look behind him like that. Okay, and his neck go down like that. Okay, perhaps there's a tunic underneath here, and over the top of his tunic perhaps a leather jerkin, a long leather jerkin of some kind. Perhaps the let's see, yeah, coming down, perhaps something like this, and open there, and then this side perhaps coming down, let's think, yeah, come in, up, open like that, again, like that, and his shoulders going up, okay, maybe move to a slightly thicker pen now, okay, and his arm coming back. And what I would do is make it slightly wrinkled, because I'm going to make the arms as if they're made of bands of leather to be interesting, give it a slightly kind of rustic look about it. You can imagine the kind of bands of leather being created like that. Okay, and the other arm coming in behind his long jerkin there, coming out down to his wrist, and perhaps a long sleeve like that, with these bands of leather. Okay, this hand, perhaps as I say, kind of clenched, the knuckles, like that, okay, and this hand clutching his sword, okay, these fingers coming around the hilt there, like that. Okay, and then I can put in the sword itself. Right. The centre perhaps going up, something like that. Right. And the other part of the blade coming up. Yeah, like that, okay. The bottom of his wrist in there. Excellent. Now, his jerkin, I think it possibly go behind his leg here, you know, swing it behind his leg, maybe come down here, something like that. And this part, perhaps swinging out, we'll thicken this up a wee bit here. That would come perhaps swinging out behind him like that, okay? And you can imagine the back of the jerkin coming out, circling around like that, and coming in and perhaps joining that bit there. Okay, right, now underneath here, perhaps you can give him a belt going across his chest, perhaps put that, come down there like that, put a buckle in. Okay, and of course another big belt with a buckle there. And I think underneath this we probably have another, well this jerkin here would probably be fairly long coming down, maybe there underneath the longish one, okay, with the back appearing in there. Right, now his legs, leggings coming in down about this shape here, right, down to, see a wee bit more of his calf, pair of boots. Again, you know, what you usually do is turn them over at the top like that to give that look, then bring them down to his foot, which is pointing out that way. Alright, and really put a slight sole in, if you like, in the heel, like that. And this one going back, you know, you've got a wrinkle in the leggings there, and the boot, top of the boot coming in like that. And this foot probably kind of pointed forward, like that, with the toe pointing down the way, you know, and give the impression that, you know, he's in movement there, alright? And you can put some more kind of lines on his jerkin. But right, so there is the action hero, or the noble warrior, caught in, you know, looking behind him to see if he's being pursued by, you know, the forces of the Dark Lord, something like that. Okay, right, excellent. I hope you can check out the rest of my Cartoon Art School series, where I talk about and show you how to draw lots more great characters from fantasy stories. So, in the meantime, all the best, happy drawing!